Hey, how's it going, guys? Trexo here, and today we're going to be talking about Fortnite versus PUBG, or PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. If you don't know what these two games are, they're Battle Royale Games, which was started by H1Z1, who was made by PlayerUnknown, but then he went on, advanced upon his mod, and made his own game. Now, why are we talking about these two versus each other? Well, when Fortnite first came out, PUBG, which is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I'm just call it PUBG because it's shorter than that mouthful of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Basically said they were copying PUBG, and honestly, I can see it, but at the same time, it's the industry. If you make a genre that's popular, people are gonna make the same game with minor tweaks, and you can't just sit here and say, "Oh, hey, they copied my idea." That's like the gaming industry. It's what's gonna happen. It's like Call of Duty saying Battlefield copied them, or Overwatch saying Paladins copied them, or Paladins copied Overwatch, or Gigantic. You know, you just can't say that in the gaming community because it's just people are gonna make the same types of games. You can't sit here and say, "Oh, I made it first, so they're copying me," which in a way they are, but still, it's just a norm in the community. You can't just say that and then expect something good to happen for you. Now, there is a reason I feel like PUBG accused Fortnite of this to give them some bad press, I guess. Because if I'm PUBG, I am very scared of Fortnite because PUBG and all is a very, very flawed game. It's got a lot of different problems with it, with bugs, glitches. The graphics aren't great. It is a big improvement upon H1Z1, which is awful compared to PUBG or Fortnite. But another thing that Fortnite does, it doesn't just take the Battle Royale format and just steal it and take it for their own. They also added a cartoony feel to it, which makes it look so much better in my opinion. I'm not saying that's how everyone feels, but to me, it looks a whole lot better, it plays a whole lot better, and it's smoother. And there's also no driving in it, which is a plus, because you can't get run over, your car's going to just get blown up to kill you, which is nice. And they also have incorporated loot boxes into it, which PUBG has not. And actually they have, but to get me to buy them, it's really weird. But the main thing Fortnite does is different from PUBG, which to me makes it so they can't say they're copying them, because they have honestly completely changed how the game is played. So they added in buildings, so you can take down structures you go through and raid. You can now take them down, and you can use the materials you get from blowing stuff up or building it, and create your own fortresses, which is honestly something PUBG, you cannot do it all in PUBG. You just have to find the best spot and hope you survive. But in Fortnite, you can actually build a fortress. You can build traps, you can build fortresses. It's just like the Fortnite game itself, but with a Battle Royale spin onto it. And to me, that's what separates Fortnite from the rest of the crowd. They've done something to innovate the game, to change it to the fact that people are going to want to play their game over the other ones because it's different, it's better, it's more fun, it's more enjoyable, it's more engaging. Now, all the big streamers are starting to switch over to Fortnite, I've noticed, and PUBG hasn't really done anything to change what's been going on. Fortnite just released another huge update, which added in leaderboards, added in a leveling system, and also added in where you can upgrade how your stuff looks, the high level you get, which is honestly great. In PUBG, there's none of that. There's a ranked ladder for it where you can track your stats, and that's about it for PUBG. There isn't a whole lot of interaction between players in PUBG. It's just a bunch of voice. You can just talk to people in the game. You can still do squads like you can in Fortnite and PUBG, but there's no you can't see how you're doing just in game. You can see out of game, of course, with stats, but if you look at someone in game, you can see they're oh, hey, they're actually good. They have that advanced glider, they have the advanced skins, they have the advanced camos on the guns. You can't really do that with PUBG, which is why I like Fortnite a little bit better. You can show off your accomplishments. And I think Fortnite knows they have the advantage over PUBG, so they're pumping out the content into this game. And it is also a free-to-play game versus PUBG, which is another thing that I don't think that PUBG can complain about, because they're charging 30 games for a much more flawed game than Fortnite is giving out for free. So at that point, you're looking at yourself and saying, hey, why are they doing that we're not, to the point where people want to play their game? Obviously because it's free, so that doesn't really make sense. Obviously because it's free, that's why they're playing Fortnite over PUBG. But I honestly think that Fortnite is a better game, because I've played both. I play Fortnite more because Fortnite is better. I'm not good at either one of the games. I'm terrible at them, honestly. I normally get one kill or die, or just survive to the very end and die because I like to hide, because I'm a wuss and I don't like playing the games I'm supposed to be playing. And it's a viable strategy. I do get a lot of top 10 finishes, but I get like 1 or 2 kills max every game. So there's a lot of different ways to play it, and Fortnite gives you even more ways to play, which makes it that much more fun. Because if you get tired of playing it one way, you can switch up your strategies and play it a whole different way. And PUBG, you can do the same thing, but it's also kind of limited. Because PUBG, in order to win, you get your AR, you get your health packs, you get your armor, then you get a card and you win. In Fortnite, there's so many more factors to it. You know, you have to like get the materials to build up your fortress so you're in a good position. You also have, you know, you still have your basics, get the good gun, get the good armor, get the medicine, and then you're good to go. But there's just a whole nother level to Fortnite with the addition of building, which is why I believe PUBG is scared, and that's why they said they're copying. That's why they try to call them out for copying, because I don't know if it's that they just don't want to put in the work to build into a game a new feature to make it more interesting to their players versus Fortnite. But I do believe, as of right now, Fortnite and PUBG are a two-headed beast of the Battle Royale genre, and I do think that Fortnite is beating out PUBG, and it is not a close fight. PUBG isn't just not the same game as Fortnite. It's not the same quality. It's not as same. The playability is better. It looks better on Fortnite. It's just overall Fortnite is the better game. Now, what can PUBG do to fix this? Well, number one, they can get rid of all their bugs they have in the game to make it a little bit more fun and competitively viable. Because right now, if I'm hosting a tournament, I don't use Fortnite because Fortnite doesn't have all the bugs that PUBG has. You know, maybe a few bugs here and there, just like in H1. H1's ridiculous with bugs, so never mind. Kind of like Fortnite does have a few bugs, but nothing compared to PUBG or H1Z1. Now, with all that being said, I do think PUBG can turn this around and fix their problems, but they're just going to put in the work. I feel like now that they've sold like over 30 million copies, made almost $1 billion in sales. So if I'm PUBG, I'm chilling. You know, I get it. You know, you've put in the work to bank the game, and now you're rich off of it. But at the same time, you need to put in that extra work to make sure your game has a longer lifespan than it does currently. Because right now, it's looking at Fortnite is going to beat it out and become the new go-to battle royale, which I know PUBG is not one. But with all that being said, kudos to whoever made, is it Epic Games that made Fortnite? Yeah, kudos to Epic Games for creating an amazing looking game, an amazing battle royale platform to play on. And I do think we're going to see a lot of Fortnite tournaments in the future compared to PUBG. So all that being said, I'm going to go get out of here. Let me know what your thoughts on the whole situation is between Fortnite and PUBG. And let me know which one you prefer. But with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit a like if you're new. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. And with all that, I'm out of here. See ya.